the fucking brothers, and welcome back, y'all.
What up? Howdy. I'm Nathaniel Beauchesne, and I am joined here with my co-host,
Nate Sikouskas.
And Alex fucking Salou.
Welcome to the wild west, baby. Let's fucking get it.
The Wild East.
This is the fucking Cowboys podcast.
The fucking Cowboys? I never wanted to be a cowboy when I was a little kid. That was never one of the things I ever wanted to be when I was little.
I wanted to be an Indian.
I always played as the Indian when we played Cowboys and Indians. So, I was always the one that ran away and was the one who was getting tackled and shit.
Oh, I'm into the whole Desperado thing. I just didn't want to herd cattle. I wanted to rob trains.
Desperado.
Like a gunslinger.
Yeah, no, I get it. Big iron on his hip. And
Yeah, because I have that big iron on his hip energy.
Yeah, right.
Stranger walks into a fucking saloon.
Right.
Like, he goes through the fucking hinge doors and everybody and the guy on the piano stops playing and everybody looks at him.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'd take my fucking coin, put it down on the bar, slide it over.
Nate, you're Texas Red if I've ever seen him.
Dude, I always wanted to be like the Lone Ranger type. Just like,
no, you're the outlaw.
Shambling into town on a horse, looking for the guy who just bursted through a bar, coming in after, being like, I don't like how you're talking to those people. But I'm like kind of dumb.
I've always wanted to get into like a 1800s saloon fight. Like a full Donnybrook. Everybody's
totally
fighting.
fair. I've always wanted to get into like a fucking Greasers or like a Greasers and Socias fight, like the Outsiders, just like a
1920s.
rumble. Yeah, a 1950s rumble, baby.
I watched so many epic fights in high school, but imagine if there was groups of people don't fight anymore.
I know.
Then I just what the fuck?
Yeah, it all turned to gun violence.
Yeah, well,
Instead
that's
of just
the
fist
city,
fighting,
but...
we should just fist fight all these big groups.
Should just beat the fucking shit out of each other.
Yeah, drop guns. Guns is the easy way out.
Yeah, facts. Drop the fucking guns, fisticuffs.
Yeah,
It's gotta
these
be.
people
Yeah, but
shooting
it's
their
got to be
teachers.
one-on-ones or like an agreed upon fucking group fight. You can't just go around jumping people.
No, I agree. These numbers need to match up. You have 7 guys against 7 guys, whatever the fucking number is.
right.
You know what
Your
I'm saying?
leader agrees with their leader.
Yeah, right.
To fight at a certain time.
At a certain time and place, meet up at this fucking park.
Parking lot.
Like at high noon in the Walmart parking lot, we are going to smack the shit out of
No
each
zip
other.
guns, no chains, no blades.
Big fucking facts.
And there are more social groups, so they have more kids on their side. And it's just like this big wave.
Yeah, the fucking when the weebs fight the athletes, the athletes are gonna rock them.
All right, so the athletes may have Gatorade and testosterone, but the weebs have anime knowledge on their hands.
Excuse me, knowledge to fight.
They're gonna be faster than the Jocks in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and then
They know the pressure
D1
points.
linebacker who's a senior just levels a weeb and fucking breaks his rib cage.
But then 3 weebs jump on top of him, press all his pressure points in. Naruto.
Yeah, facts. Something about weebs, they fight in numbers. That's actually a known fact. Weebs don't hunt alone.
Yeah, see, but I'm not a gambling man, but if the weebs fought the fucking athletes, I'm gonna put my money on the athletes, buddy.
I think guns beat shoulder pads every single time.
All right, we all know that weebs are the school shooters, but we just said no zip guns, no blades, no chains. It's a fair fisticuffs fight, buddy.
All right, 1 linebacker versus 4 weebs.
No, we just said it was a 7-on-7.
Yeah, but if you think that those numbers are fair because the linebacker is superior to the weebs, how many weebs does it take to take on 1 linebacker?
Are we talking about all
I think that's a 5-to-1 ratio.
I'm just saying, if we're talking, if the numbers are 5-to-5 and it's weebs versus athletes, yeah, athletes.
We're talking about just
win.
teenage male weeb versus athletes.
Yeah, sophomores.
So I think every athlete is worth 2 weebs.
Damn, 2?
I was gonna say 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well,
5.
I mean, what kind of weebs are we talking about? Are we talking about straight out of
rail
the
thin?
because I have weebs from my high school that I'm remembering, but some of the weebs from my high school would fuck up a regular nerdy
those
kid.
are the angry weebs.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the soft.
Well, we're not
weebs.
talking about weebs versus nerds.
No, I know, but even you know those like guys in high school that weren't athletes, but you like wouldn't fuck with them because you knew they could defend themselves, kind of deal. Like you,
Yeah, they look like they go a step further.
yeah, right. One of those kid. Like I know weebs that would fuck one of those kids up. I know fucking weebs that would fuck up a few athletes. Like, so like, what kind of weebs are we talking about here?
Well, that's the Naruto era weebs. I'm talking about like all these.
I'm talking about the Sailor Moon weebs.
Yeah,
Because
all
like
these new
a
age
present
weebs.
day weeb doesn't have shit on an athlete, in my opinion.
But weeb, like one of the original weebs,
Like
from
a
the early,
2000
like an
weeb?
early 2010s
A
weeb is
2000
different.
weeb will fucking
Oh yeah,
crush your skull, bro.
They're
He's
so
fucking
fucking
mighty.
powerful.
Most of those guys went to Afghanistan and Iraq.
and
powered up in the sand.
Yeah.
Imagine reading manga in Baghdad.
That's not allowed.
No, it's not.
Lone soldier enters the no man's land, just fucking aura powering all around him.
I brought it up before, but I fucking love it because like Americans are obsessed with Japanese television, but
Yep,
the Japanese
Japanese
they love spaghetti westerns. They can't get enough of them. So there's like a string of Japanese men on the internet that are pretending to be cowboys, and they love it. They talk about their ranch responsibilities and what they're doing for these animals, and they're literally just role playing as cowboys.
So I really, really want to go to Japan,
Yeah.
but like I'd have to go in the winter time because I can't walk around in long sleeves in the summer. I won't do it. Because like in Japanese culture, tattoos are very offensive because only like gang members in Japan have tattoos.
Yakuza.
Yeah, so when you go into public places as a tourist, like you have to have long sleeves on. Like you can't use the bathhouses and stuff because it's disrespectful. They asked, like Joe Rogan has a story about having to work out with long sleeves on while he was in Japan for the UFC.
Damn.
Damn, I didn't actually know that.
I did know that. I didn't know like.
They're
Yeah.
wicked strict about it.
Yeah, and I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah, and
They-
like you're a
they have-
visitor in their
yeah,
country. You
exactly.
gotta respect the culture, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Japan trip.
It's gonna be a
whenever
lot of
it is.
fucking fun.
All I know is that when we go there, the first thing I'm doing is getting my teeth fixed.
You can do that in Mexico too.
I know I can, but I heard, like, I've done a little bit of research on it because my teeth are a little fucked up and I really don't have the time or money to fucking get it done here. It's more about the money. It costs way too much money to get done when I need to get done here. So, like, it would be way more, like, I could go all the way to Japan, get the surgery I need done, and spend 2 weeks in Japan for the cost it's gonna fucking cost to get it done here.
I agree
Damn.
with that. I want to replace certain parts of my body with bionic parts because these parts are fucked up and there's no repairing them and I keep damaging them. So
Are you Inspector Gadget?
I'm going to be someday. I
Again, you're gonna be married to the first
I
AI.
have a really fucked up left rotator cuff. I also think I shattered my left meniscus and my knee. And I've been having problems in my right ankle. Overall, I'm just like, I have all these issues that I think robotics could fix.
We should
Well,
all.
you should see a doctor
Remember how we talked about what the fuck does a doctor know?
a lot.
All right, so he goes to med school for 18 years. I've been living in my body how long? 23 years. Who knows more?
Probably him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
How
with
do you
a
figure?
nice diagnosis and test.
Because like I've gone to the emergency room multiple times for multiple ailments, for multiple things, and multiple times I've gone in and they've been like, I don't know what we have here. You know, it's kind of like, hey, you got a really rare disease, and I'm like, oh, what's it called? And they're like, what do you want it to be called? Like they don't know shit, and besides, they're bribed. A lot of them are. A lot of them make money off of pharmaceuticals and they don't. And because they only have such a limited, I have bad health insurance, obviously, so I have to go to cheap doctors and they only have, 10 minutes with each patient. You see fucking 70 plus patients a day. You're not giving your full care to that patient. Your
Yeah.
attention is somewhere else. And like they're so quick to prescribe pharmaceuticals. They deny like hallucinogenic medicine in all forms.
If they're an uncaring person, yeah. But there are some like legit people out there that'll get you along. You just got to find a trusting.
Not in this country, I
Please.
won't. Like maybe I'll go to the doctor in a foreign land, but not in this fucking country.
Oh my. All right. It seems you're pretty deep-seated in that thought.
Absolutely.
I'll agree with Nathaniel on this one. Like, it's all about money over here in the U.S. when it comes to medicine. It's an industry that makes money, so that's how they treat it. That being said, we still do have the best medical fucking shit in the world and the best doctors, I believe. But yeah, I'm with Nathaniel. I'll get major stuff done in other countries.
And just like there's certain things that like are so much cheaper in other countries.
It's just like when you look at it, the cost, like I said, I could fly all the way to Japan, spend 2 whole weeks there, and get my surgery done for the cost of getting it done here.
Yeah, the cost is ridiculous, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that, like, they're not going to offer you something that'll actually help.
Again, I agree with you. They can offer me something that'll help, but, like, why not go to Japan and get it done and go on vacation?
Western doctors may have access to the best technology and the best medicine, but Eastern doctors, I feel, actually care for the people they're caring for. I feel like a lot of American doctors are very centered around money. And rightfully so. They're bringing in bank. They know that their profession is the most desired one, and like it's so essential for society that they can charge whatever the fuck they want because they're a doctor.
If your doctor drives a Ferrari, get a new doctor.
Facts.
Yeah, I believe there are guys out there that are like that, but I also believe there are people out there that'll understand your way of thinking like that and will develop a relationship with you that you can trust with them.
Yeah, when was the last time you were at the doctor?
All 3 of us should just go to the doctor together and see who's more fucked up.
Well, we should have a fucking group checkup. All physical, all 3 of us at the same time.
Or a company checkup.
Yeah, that means they're gonna squeeze their balls in the same room.
1 doctor, 3 fucking brothers.
3 cops.
Yeah, our POs and our doctor.
I wonder who's the tallest. We won't know until the doctor says.
That's a good
I
point.
wonder who weighs the most.
Again, we won't know until the doctor says so.
Yeah, exactly. We need those numbers. I can't look at either one of you and be like, oh yeah, one's taller than the other, or one weighs more than the other.
I feel like Nathaniel has the longest fingers.
Bro, I have really small hands.
Yeah, I know, but you have long fingers.
Do I?
Yeah, I have small hands too, but I got short fingers.
I've never thought my fingers were long.
I feel
just
like your
long-ass
fingers are
fingers.
longer than mine.
I always deem them to be
Oh,
like
my fingers are longer than
see what I'm
yours.
saying?
Holy
I
shit.
got small fingers, dude. Small
Holy
hands.
fuck, bro.
I blame a lot of my like disformities and shit to like stunted growth from processed sugar, nicotine, and just a bad series of substances at a point in my life where I should have been consuming ground beef and milk.
Yep.
And instead I was smoking fucking
big
blunt
facts.
wraps.
Mac and cheese, kids. That'll help you grow.
I blame my stunted growth on cigarettes and fucking coffee, so.
I feel like, truthfully, if I hadn't started fucking caffeinating, high fucking sugar, and like I was very, especially when I was younger, I didn't understand nutrition at all. So I ate carbs like all the fucking time. Like I didn't eat that much meat growing up. And like if I had, I'd be a lot bigger. I think I'd be taller. I think my dick would be bigger. I think I'd be fucking more just bigger muscles and shit, you know?
I might have gotten fatter after I discovered tacos, like thicker.
Oh yeah.
Because there was like a point when I was 10 and I was not eating any meat at all. It was just pasta and
See, that's the thing.
chicken.
I was just eating like I'd have oatmeal for breakfast and I'd have like pasta for dinner time and I'd have like whatever they call school lunch, whatever the fuck they're serving you, you know.
Nate,
I just took the pizza.
I tried, yeah.
tell me about your introduction and your first time with a taco. How did that happen?
So
His first boner was also at the same time.
Because I know how much you love tacos now.
I was about 10 years old.
Yep.
Living at my house. My parents were still together. My dad was like increasingly getting more and more angry, trying to introduce me to more food. So he makes tacos one day and he's like, listen, this one you'll actually like. Just try it. And I was like, no. And he just left it on the table and walked out. And
Psychological. Got into his head.
yeah, he got me there. And I don't know, something possessed me to be like, all right, fucking stop letting this man down.
Yeah. Is that what
So
happened?
you
Yeah,
don't
that's
actually care for tacos.
tacos,
You're
it
looking
just-
for your father's approval.
Yeah.
So that's why
subliminal.
you eat so many tacos.
No, but I found a love for it. The beef was tasty. And
So could you say that you love tacos more than your father?
Hold on.
nowadays, but
Do you love tacos more than pasta? Do you love tacos more than pizza? Generally, I'm curious.
I don't know. Pizza takes the cake on all. Okay.
What, or is it mac and cheese?
Ooh, mac and cheese. So, like the top two are probably pizza. And
You
mac
got his
and
head
cheese.
spinning.
I know.
I'm about to have a diabetic pass out right here, but
Oh man.
I'd say mac and cheese is probably the toppest of tiers.
Do you put mac and cheese in taco shells?
I have. It's not that great.
But at the same time, you did it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't think you guys are going to believe my answer to this question, but my answer is meatloaf and baked potatoes.
My uncle makes a mean meatloaf. And he puts croutons in there and it tastes pretty good.
Oh, meatloaf
Nope.
is so nasty.
Nobody makes a better meatloaf than my grandmother, but
No one
I
makes
make a
better meatloaf than my uncle.
I make a pretty decent meatloaf myself.
Oh, meatloaf is so fucking disgusting. Gross.
I thought I wouldn't like it, but I like my uncle's version. I don't like most versions. It is generally gross.
It's literally just a hamburger.
Yeah.
What's gross about it?
It's one of those things. Some with food, the name gets to me sometimes, and
And
it
the
just
word
keeps
loaf.
me off from it. It's just
Yep.
meat, because I think loaf, I think bread, I
Yeah.
guess.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
Meat
just
bread.
I don't know. Something about it doesn't stick. I'm the same way with cottage cheese.
I just don't like cottage cheese because it's cottage cheese.
Yeah, it's
but
nasty. But then I say it, and I'm
the
like,
name
"Ugh."
doesn't scare me
Yeah, the
away.
name bothers me.
warns me about what it is.
Yeah, so I a lot of times with food, like the name just bothers me. It just sounds raunchy.
Ever since I was a little kid, I was like, why is it named after a building? Who would eat a building?
Wait,
building because a cottage, you know?
Oh
Yeah.
I see your thought. Yeah.
Yeah, that's was like a little kid thought I always had, and that's why I never wanted to try cottage cheese. And then I saw somebody eat cottage cheese, and I was like, yeah, and I was good to think that was gross.
I saw someone open a container of cottage cheese for the first time and the sound it made as they fucking scooped right into it like
Bro, I started the other day by slipping on it.
Oh,
So, for
God
those of
bless
you who don't
you.
know, I work at a fucking grocery store. Pallets come in. I got to break them down when I get in there. And, like, naturally, the fucking idiots at the warehouse don't give a fuck. So they build them like they're collapsing. And naturally, I fucking take something off, and the cottage cheese 6-pack falls off. And the sound it made when it hit the floor, nothing has made a splat like that ever. Because it was later. It was so fucking disgusting.
So obviously you remember that noise, right?
Yep.
So I think you know where I'm gonna go with this the second I start going there. Would you yay or nay on a girl that had a pussy that made that sound?
Yay.
I love to hear it. So it was that nasty, huh?
some banana pudding.
Bro, yeah, I like that pussy that sounds like you're cooking pasta.
Oh, but cottage cheese falling on the floor takes the cake.
It's so gross to think about, because like if a pussy's like cottage cheese, stay the fuck away from that, bro.
Yeah, but that noise was appealing, huh?
Yeah, that squishy splash sound.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair.
Turgid.
Anyway,
Anywho, enough about me.
Oh, what was your top tier food?
It changes frequently.
is it still pasta though?
No, if you had asked me 10 years ago, I would have been like, oh yeah, pizza, pasta, but like I'm always changing for me. I just go on these kicks where I'm like, I'm hyper obsessed with one specific food for a while, and then I move on to something else.
I see that. But
Yeah.
like you're on a island desert and you can only bring one food.
Only one? Yeah. And I'm there forever, correct?
Forever and you only have one food.
That's fucked up, bro.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, but you gotta love
A
this food.
sole single food.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
All right, well then my answer is a potato. You have one sole single food now, asshole. It can't be a taco. It's got to be one sole single food, and I picked a potato.
all right,
No,
I meant a meal. I meant a meal.
No,
A meal
no,
you love.
Nope, you fucked up, and now the rules
All
have
right,
been
then
set.
I would pick a potato because this is the most versatile vegetable.
It's pretty fucking versatile.
Yeah.
But like, are you gonna be able to? If you have one like potatoes every day? Do you have like an air fryer and shit? You're on a fucking deserted island. How much can you do
I don't
with
know. You
it?
can make a fire.
Boiled potatoes every night for the rest of your life, bitch. And you're gonna have to use that first one to make more.
At,
All right,
at
now let's
some
ask
point
the
it would
question.
get old.
Now let's ask the question with a meal.
Oh, now you want to change it?
Yeah.
All right. What's yours is mac and cheese.
Yeah.
The situation should be your last meal. You're on death row. What's your final meal?
All right. Yeah, that's probably better. Probably mac and cheese.
All right.
What
So
kind?
if it's your, I was gonna say if it's your death row meal, like what kind? Where's
Like
it
the
from?
cheesiest of cheese. Like
Is it
from the
homemade? So it's homemade.
Did Kraft make it himself?
Probably. Yeah.
Crap is nasty.
I don't know. I've had some like pretty fancy mac and cheeses, but probably well, you know who has a good one? The Coop.
They do have a good mac and cheese
I probably asked them to do that, but like
for your final meal.
Fly it out there because
But
you'd probably be in California, you psycho.
yeah, but step it up a notch, just like add
Just a
some
little
crackers,
bit.
some
I mean, it's your final meal. You can do that.
yeah.
What's yours? Didn't you say it was McDonald's at one point?
What? Like my last meal?
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of somebody else.
You're thinking of somebody
Yeah,
else. I
what's
just
your-
said it was meatloaf.
That's so gross. You're about to die from the electric chair and you want to eat meatloaf.
My
with your
grandmother's
lo-
meatloaf, yeah. I know the recipe, so I would tell it to him, but
And then they'd make it.
yeah.
And then you'd go out peacefully.
hmm
I love that for you.
Yep.
After committing so many homicides,
So many heinous crimes.
Listen.
Damn, my final meal. Oh, this is a tough one.
I don't know. It changes.
I want, all right, it's my death row meal though, and I get whatever the fuck I want, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I want one large pepperoni pizza from Harry's Pizza.
Oh hell yeah.
I want a foot-long sub from Subway with grilled chicken, lettuce, onions, banana peppers, honey mustard, and some bacon. And I want a thing of Panera mac and cheese.
Ooh, that's another good spot.
yeah. I want some Coop chicken. I want some fucking Chinese chicken. My General Tso's, you
Damn,
know.
you're getting a whole buffet in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's my last fucking, like, I just committed a bunch of fucking heinous crimes,
I
but
would have
they're
at
like,
least added
Yeah,
a
that's
milkshake.
true. I want to add ice cream to my. I would like a thing of ice cream with my meatloaf and baked potato
I would
and glass
Cookies
of
and
milk.
cream milkshake. Ooh.
my final meal would be like 5 days long, and I would just gorge and feast for like 5 days, and then I'd be like, all right, now I can go. Because they gotta honor your last request, right? Like, all right, yeah, I committed all those heinous crimes. The public wants to hang me, whatever. Like, all those children are dead, but it's like I get my final meal,
Can I
right?
have 30 more days to eat these?
No, it's just like there's a lot of stuff I want to eat before I die, so it's like, help me out.
I feel like the stipulation should be when you stop eating the first time because you can't possibly eat for 5 days straight is when it's over.
And I feel like, hey,
So whatever you can eat in one, you can order whatever the fuck you want, but whatever
can
you can
kill
eat in
yourself
one
with
sitting is
eating.
where they're gonna cut you off, buddy.
but I believe in negotiation, so I'd be like, look, I know you guys are all against that whole cruel and unusual punishment thing, but I'm willing to go out in a spectacular way for the public's viewing in order to gorge myself for 5 to 10 more days.
Yeah, people just watch you eat
Like
yourself to death.
the American public is allowed to shoot me on sight and just keep putting bullet holes in my body. Just let me
don't
eat.
expand too far on that because that's my next question. My next question is: you're on death row, so you've just eaten your last meal. You also have the choice. Which way are you going out? They've given you the choice. They've brought back all form, any form of
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
The peaceful injection, of course. I'm not going to have myself fried.
No, it has to be one of the ways that you're fucking.
One of the old ways.
It's got to be any of the ways we've ever executed people in the United States. So firing squad, hanging.
Does it have to be in the United States?
Yeah, because now I got
guess,
other...
what, you want to go out via guillotine or something?
Was it who?
You French fuck.
I mean, it'd be a little something for the
All right,
heritage.
no, it doesn't have to be the United States. Just any way, I guess. You psycho.
Yeah, it should be anyway.
You want to be fucking drawn and quartered, you fucking freak?
I'm all set, thanks. I'm good.
All right, me too.
Stretched.
I feel like Nate's a tarred and feathered kind of guy.
Oh god,
Yeah,
no,
but that's not gonna
sounds
kill
horrible.
you. That's not gonna kill you though.
It could.
I mean, it
It most
could.
likely will.
Tarred and feathered to death.
You got a good chance of living though if you get tarred and
Stoned.
feathered. More weight.
More weight.
You want to take the Giles Corey route
Corey, more weight.
and just get crushed to death.
That would be epic.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm focused on. It's like, all right, are they gonna remember my heinous crimes or how I died?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing, Nate. Do you have the resolve to say more weight?
Probably if I'm just like, this is it. Like,
I mean, yeah,
let's go.
I've eaten my Panera. What else is there?
It all comes out.
You know, anywho, I'd want to go. Ideally, I'd be standing underneath a rocket, and when the rocket ignites, kind of like a Challenger situation, I would be engulfed in the flames.
Yeah, they
Fucking
built
God.
they waste $1 million to build a rocket to kill you.
If the public hated me that much, they could put their tax money
What
into
did
an
you do?
execution.
Fucking take out the towers? Like, holy shit.
No worse. I'm a tax evader.
That's fair.
The only thing that's more of a threat to this country than terrorism is tax evasion.
God bless.
That's a big fact.
Man.
They are more inclined to put resources and money and military into fucking tax evaders than they are Al Qaeda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I probably want to be like Spartan kicked off a cliff. That
There-
way I can just like feel what it's like to fly before I
America
die.
has the second largest military. The IRS is the largest military.
Yeah.
And also, your way of dying is epic. Hey, who would kick you?
The president.
Joe Biden.
Do you guys
All
see
right,
that
you fat
video?
basher. I gotta.
Gives you a pardon instead. Doesn't
No.
know what's going on.
Where am I? What is this sacred cliff?
Mr. President, somebody just bombed the Pentagon. I like chocolate chip ice cream.
My chocolate chip.
It's my favorite flavor.
I'm drawn between electric chair and firing squad.
They should just make you take a Dr. Dabber dab that's too big for you, and it just drops you. Fuck. It's like 5 dabs.
I mean,
It's like you don't get a last word out, you just get a last cough out.
Yeah, I was gonna say the whole crowd is in the two-way mirror, just watching him cough himself.
I feel like I could come back from 5. It would have to be at least 10 to kill me.
Yeah, no, like it doesn't matter the number. They just keep making you take Dr. Dabber dabs until you collapse. and then they just shoot you in the head to make sure.
I become the first weed overdose in history.
Government
issued weed OD.
See, we told you it was bad.
They're like, you see what it does to you?
2 birds, 1 stone.
And then everybody wins because Nixon wins and you're dead.
Yeah, I know.
like you're rotting in hell and Ronald Reagan is smiling down from heaven.
God, do you know what that makes me want? A dab.
A dab. Yeah, just that thought alone made you want to get high. Drugs is the most frequent thing we talk about on this show.
Hey, listen, we talk about a lot of good things. I was listening to us on the way home today to do some testing, make sure we sound good in the car, and we still do, so good job.
Nice.
A little quiet in the shower, though. I don't know what we can do about that, but it's not super important.
For all you shower listeners, we care about you and we have our best people on solving the issue.
Yes.
Hands down.
We're gonna make sure you're comfortable in the shower while you listen to us.
Smooth.
Why do we have to get so quiet?
It got awkward.
It's because I'm taking a dab. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're watching you right
Hey,
now.
we can make a series of sound effects that no computer could
You
ever
guys can
fucking
also have a
generate.
conversation while one of us is doing
No,
something. We
that's
got to get better at balancing stuff.
Everything is gonna work out.
So
I know that.
Did you guys see the new episode of South Park that everyone's freaking out about?
The privacy tour,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
that
haven't
was
seen it
pretty
yet.
fucking funny.
That was a great one.
But it's like South Park's been offending people for 20 plus years, and I couldn't be happier about it.
No,
but this
I know.
one's an instant classic.
Oh, I love that. I'm glad because it got stale over the past couple of years, in my opinion. I thought the pandemic special was good, but it's just been kind of stale and like.
Yeah.
I think the funniest in the past 5 years was the Mark Zuckerberg episode. Like, you cannot match my style.
No, they've done so much. I like it better though when they have free range with the season versus focusing on one thing on the season.
Yeah,
I like
definitely.
it when they I really like old South Park. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, the seasons used to be longer too. Like last season was only like 8 episodes, I
Yeah,
think.
they get like shorter. But speaking of animated television, Goku has started his training with King Kai.
Under fucking
That's epic.
10 times Earth's
10
gravity.
times Earth's gravity.
Oh,
And I'm glad Goku's in my life. It's really good to have a positive male role model in my life. And at the moment, that's Goku.
we were talking about this on the way up. He's
Yeah.
a good dad to the rest of the world, but he's shitty to his own kids.
Goku's done more for me than my father did in 20 years.
That's right.
It's just so inspiring, dude. Got to stay at it.
You gotta train.
Yes. Every day I wake up and I just hear Goku.
Hi,
It's me, Goku.
I'm Goku. Oh my.
Kakarot. Fucking love that guy. Gohan's training with Piccolo is also fucking epic because Piccolo just beats all the shit out of Gohan, but then Gohan gets his tail back and he goes monkey mode again.
Yep.
And just fucks up Piccolo. Yep. Remember when Piccolo blows up the moon?
I wasn't gonna bring it up because I didn't know if you'd gotten there yet, but he literally destroys the fucking moon.
And then there's it kind of
Solve that problem.
Yeah, he goes monkey mode again, and there's a projector projecting the moon, and it's a shot, and it shows Piccolo, and he's like, "How did that get there? I destroyed that," and he's just getting so angry. Oh, I love it. I can't say enough good things about it.
Oh, just wait until Vegeta lands, and then
It's
you get
coming
to the
very
Frieza.
soon.
Yeah.
The Saiyans are 88 days away from landing on Earth,
God.
according to King Kai.
Yeah, it's gonna come fast.
It's
for you.
going to come very fast. Master Roshi and Bulma already have the 7 Dragon Balls.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna come a little late.
Yeah.
But-
Krillin and Tien and Yamcha, who stopped playing baseball to come fight again. Like, what?
Yep.
That part was, I don't know. You
Well,
get the
is that
point.
your first introduction to Yamcha?
I mean, I've seen him in like 3 episodes. They're training with Kami and Mr. Popo right now.
You're about to see the. Yeah, you met Mr.
I met Mr. Popo.
What do you think?
Um,
You were talking about the
man.
most racist guy on Dragon Ball.
Hands down. So, you know what it makes me think of? Do you know those super fucking racist African doll childs they make them a lot in the South? They were really popular down there. You know the one I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's like the Americana one. He looks like that.
Yeah.
And it's so blatantly racist and fucked up.
Yeah, you know what they did to fix that?
What'd they do to fix
They
that?
just lightened up the color a bit.
The 80s were different though.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And I get it, he's green, but Piccolo's black. You know what I'm saying?
Have you met Hercules yet?
No.
What about Mr. Satan?
No, he
No.
doesn't show up
Well, I mean,
until.
so
He doesn't?
So Goku's been to hell,
Okay.
but I didn't.
Well, because there's a character who, in the original show, he's called Mr. Satan, but they had to change his name. Was it to Hercules? It wasn't Hercules.
Hercule.
Hercule? All right.
Yeah. No, his real name is Hercule, but his fighting name is Mr. Satan.
Gotcha.
Very fucking cool.
And it wasn't cool in America in the 90s.
Yeah, so they had to change it to Hercule
It happens.
for a lot of. But I think they redubbed it and changed it back.
Yeah, isn't that fucking Gohan's wife's dad?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Videl.
I got a lot of work to do. Obviously you go by Nate, but what's your fighting name?
My fighting name?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Son Nate.
The brown streak.
Literally, are you a shit stain?
That shit's staying on your life, pal.
Yeah, are you literally
The sweaty Pollock.
All right, what about you? What are you walking out as?
I don't know.
Lionheart.
Or I was gonna say like wild things.
Wildcat.
I'm not Wildcat.
He's literally Wildcat.
I don't want to be Wildcat. That's not my fighter pilot name.
Either Wildcat or Bulldog.
All right, I'll take Wildcat over Bulldog.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nate's ace. Yeah. Nate's got to be fucking ace.
And then you were Maverick.
Yeah.
Fucking
Which aren't the same as our trucker names. Do you have a trucker name?
I wasn't Ice Pick, was I?
No, Nate was Ice Pick. I'm Jackhammer.
I don't remember mine.
Do you want to be Rubber Duck?
No.
Maybe Bulldog.
I hate you so much.
Bulldog on the ground, but Wildcat in the air.
But as soon as he gets those wings, he's Wildcat. You'd be such a good mascot. I've always thought that.
Have you really?
You could bring so much energy to a volleyball game. It's ridiculous. Especially if you were dressed as a big cat.
Because I would be okay in there. I wouldn't get red and embarrassed.
You'd have a big silly face.
What do you think the suicide rate is among mascots?
It's gotta be high.
It's gotta be so
How many
fucking
mascots become clowns?
Have you guys ever seen the Nuggets mascot who passed out after they tied him up from the raft?
The real question is how many high school mascots go pro?
Yeah, they run out on the field with them.
So much respect.
Or going pro as like an
serious.
actual
Like an actual, like, professional sports mascot.
Yeah, that's actually a good question. Probably like, are there multiple people playing the mascot, or is there one?
Usually
designated-
there's one guy,
Yeah, wow.
and he takes care of all of it. And arguably, he has to work harder than the players because the players get to sleep in hotels and rest in between
He's got to
games.
practice
but
like 360.
He literally
dunks.
he has to be at every press conference, every fucking fundraiser.
Oh yeah, he's got to do it all.
No, I don't think people appreciate mascots. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the thought. I don't think people fucking care about their mascots.
No, they're dying in there too, especially the football ones.
Yeah, big facts. Obviously, some of them are great. Do you know Gritty?
No.
So he's the I think he's the Philadelphia Flyers mascot in the NHL, and he's like a green fuzzball. Like I don't know what the fuck he is,
There's a couple green fuzzballs.
but he sleeps with one eye open.
Excuse me.
Yeah, and just like he's super vindictive and vengeful against the other NHL mascots, and they all live in fear of him.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
pull up a picture of him. You're gonna see why.
There's lore.
You just
Yeah,
shut
yeah.
off the TV, Nate.
Nice one, idiot.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, there's literally Lord of this.
Well, you have
Oh,
the
there
perfect.
he is. There he is.
He just looks like a ZZ Top guy.
Yeah, so that is the thing that nightmares are made of.
Well, yeah, it's because the Flyers, there was a time period in hockey where the Flyers just beat everybody up.
Think about that.
Yep.
He's just
That's how they won the cup. They just
Intimidation.
They just beat the shit out of everybody.
Like
look at the bags under his eyes.
imagine
Like,
what
do you think he's thinking?
mascots don't sleep for starters.
Yeah, their eyes can't close.
It's a role that requires you to be awake and active and lively every second. I think I heard about this though. Didn't they tie him to the fucking rafters and he just passed the fuck? Yeah, there it is. Yep. Look at that poor fucking thing.
Oh, shut up.
Bring us to the.
Just fully limp. And they're just dropping him down. He's hitting the floor. God.
He must have been having a terrible dream about falling. Imagine actually being lifted out of the sky while you're passed out.
Imagine like you have to fucking wake up every day and put on that costume, and you have to and like
Do you think they take it off?
no.
Like when they get laid, like leave the helmet on, baby.
And he's just like, oh,
I think it's a lifetime commitment, and I think when you put on the helmet, you don't take the helmet off.
Like they're not fucking you, they're fucking the mascot.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, your personality, who you are as the mascot. You have so much energy all the fucking time.
you never say a word
You never say a word.
for the rest
but
of your life.
you know how to get the wave going.
Yeah.
I met a mascot recently at a Railers game. His name is Trax. He's a conductor, but he's also a dog. He brought the fucking energy.
Nate, we should try out for the XFL.
Holy shit.
It seems fun.
What are the rule differences? Do you know?
I don't know. Look them up.
Oh.
Cause like we're not super athletes or anything, but like we could try.
We could be in the XFL. Let's see. The XFL's rule changes include 4th and 15th conversions to keep the ball, tiered extra points, kickoff overhauls, and alternating possession in overtime.
Interesting. I know you don't really understand that, and I know Nate.
I do get that, though.
Okay, all right. Well, that's interesting.
That is
I
interesting.
don't know how I feel about that.
I was always under it was like it meant extreme football, and it was like you could do things you can't do in regular football.
Like punch people's stomachs on the line.
Yeah, I thought it was like shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like there are a lot of sports have really grown on me over the years, but I think every sport you should allow fighting because it's encouraged in hockey, and that's one reason I fucking love hockey.
It's only encouraged in hockey in America and Canada.
Yeah,
It's not allowed in Europe.
it's like it's fun to fucking watch.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like, it's only hockey where they're fighting.
I know.
And it's like a part of the sport.
Well, that's the thing. I was watching this documentary called Ice Guardian, and this lady was doing research in Europe on hockey. And she found that everybody that plays like hockey in Europe is more nervous and like afraid when they're out on the ice because they're not allowed to have enforcers, and they don't have enforcers because fighting's not allowed. So people are just getting fucked up and checked because checking's still allowed.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know how violent the sport of just hockey
Yeah,
is, excluding the
big fact.
fact that you can beat the shit out of each other.
Slam into each other.
So, like, that being said, if you have players slamming into each other, the whole reasons forcers exist in the first place is so that you don't fucking slam into your team's players like there's somebody on the ice that's gonna fuck you up if you do that. So with no fighting over in Europe, she found that a lot more people are getting fucking hit way harder because no one is getting their ass kicked for hitting people.
Letting their aggression out.
Yeah.
It's a fucking epidemic.
Damn. I wonder if like teams go about that strategy.
They probably
Just,
do. European hockey needs to change, and we're going to be the voices for that.
Or does U.S. hockey need to change?
No,
because
we need to keep enforcers.
Yeah, if U.S. hockey changes, it'll have the same problem European hockey has, where you have teams going out of their way to really hurt these guys because there's no one there to protect them.
Obviously, none of us are the right person to ask this question to, and we can ask it to him sometime and report back. But, like, I don't think there's any real enforcers left in hockey anymore.
The role of goon is long dead. I just
Yeah.
feel like there aren't people that are there just to fight anymore.
Right,
They're there to
exactly.
play hockey.
I feel like any Canadian UFC fighter that didn't make it to the UFC should just go play hockey.
Yeah, that's probably a good route.
Yeah, if you can't make it work in one of them.
Hit hard another area.
Yeah, big facts. Multiple opportunities, too. I want to fight really badly.
Yeah.
I either want to win or get my fucking ass kicked.
I'm waiting,
I'm ready when you are.
buddy.
We're going to live stream our fight, by the way. We're going to beat the fuck out of each other for your entertainment.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever announced on the show, but you guys have a fight scheduled.
Yeah, like, I'm
We've had
excited
this
for
fight
a fight.
scheduled for years.
I want to put together a tournament of power, though, with our group of friends.
Bro.
It's like a dream come true to fight all of my friends.
But we gotta like have some even matchups
And,
here.
and I have a lot of ideas for even matchups.
Well, because in the Tournament of Power, it's a free for all technically.
Okay.
So we should do an actual tournament system if we're gonna
Like a-
fight all
See, that's what I was
brackets.
thinking. I was imagining brackets.
Yeah.
Yep. Like, so the pairs you start with are like matched
Even,
physically,
yeah,
give or take.
Who fights Nate on the first go?
So Nate's a kind of a different story.
How deep is and how deep does this friend group go? Because I can think of a few people that are kind of Nate's size.
As many people as you know that might be interested in beating up one another.
You think Campy would be in? Because I feel like Campy's a
Yes.
fair starting
No,
match.
he's never been in on fighting.
It's because he's a bitch.
No, but I think if you everybody's had their doubts. Everybody has their doubts, but I think if you were like, hey guys, want to have an ultimate tournament to see who is
Just do
the
that.
most physically powerful out of all of us to test our wills and mettle, I think if it was a group battle, everybody would be game. It kind of goes back to the whole group fights thing we were talking about earlier.
So we all fight each other.
I mean, I'm down for a free for all, last man standing type of deal. But also the bracket system would be a lot of fun.
I like the bracket system. It's just that we don't have a lot of like the same weight classes going on.
That's why it's a free for all, Nate.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
We'd all just mob you first.
I know.
We'd have to.
Nate, what if I stood by your side until the
trust you?
end? I don't know. Are you going to be a fucking terrorist in real
In that
life?
situation, it's very real. It's very real.
He fights like his life's depending on it.
Yeah, I get that.
You ever fought Nate?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you get it.
I just don't want my ribs broken again.
I fought both of you consensually, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was a great time.
It was fun.
They were more sparring matches, but still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. It was still an immensely good time. My problem with our fight is that it wasn't reffed and there weren't round cuts. So we just scrapped for like 9 fucking minutes.
I know everyone was done by then. They were like,
Yeah.
I think it was because Dan already broke his pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody was just, but I was like, yeah, I'm going to fight for the glory. and
Fight for the glory.
the glory, and I'm gonna get that guy who broke Dan's pinky and that guy that fucking hurt my brother and just beat him up. And I was doing good, and I felt good about that fight. And I got him with a fucking leg kick that made him like wince a little bit. I was like, all right, things are going good. And then he hit me with I had fucking chugged a beer right before I went into the fight, and he gets me with a
Yeah, it
fucking
made you
liver shot.
invincible. You were eating shots.
He got me a fucking liver shot, and it's just like I had to stop it right there. I was just grounded after that. It was such a good hit.
Yep.
I was holding up so good for 9 minutes, and this one hit, all that took one spot on the body, and it was just fucking L. But it's like I'm very interested to refight Nate because when
Yeah.
I fought Nate before, I was a different human being.
I just want to fight Nate in more fair circumstances.
Absolutely, 100%. I think we need to meet. Nate and I need to meet in an agreed weight.
See if Nate would fight me at the rule set that you and I set for our fight. I'd be happy to fight Nate any day of the week.
Be a twig. 260 boys. Can we do it?
Bro,
I could probably get up to 260.
my
no
heaviest
problem.
was 217. I don't know if I can get to 260.
Really? Your heaviest was only 217?
Yeah.
You look
Wow.
like a chimp if you got the 260.
Bruh.
Oh yeah.
You look like a balloon.
It'd be fucked up. I do not know if I maybe could get to 200 again.
I don't know. When I was like
A
more.
swole 200 though?
Oh, dude, it's so hard. it's so fucking hard.
Dude, I
You
know.
weigh 200 pounds, you're at 7% fucking body fat. That's insane.
You'd look like Joe Rogan.
You know, and I think that's the problem is that I'd have a bodybuilder build rather than a scrappy fighter build.
Yeah.
And that's one strength I'm playing on in my fights going forward is stamina and energy and speed. You know what I'm
Stamina.
saying?
Leave him alone.
You know what? Fuck you, asshole.
You gotta bring
Stamina.
that fighter IQ up.
That's a big fact. I'm stupid as fuck, but I'm scrappy as fuck.
Hey, I'm
too.
dumb as rocks. I'm just big.
Yeah,
I've never fought someone my
Bro,
own
I'm
size.
stupid as fuck, but I'm scrappy and I'm fast.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
gonna play it to my advantage.
Nothing's ever made me want to tickle you more for saying something.
I hate that comment. That was disgusting.
I'm sorry, but your sides are exposed.
Literally,
But I'm a professional.
yeah, and you're also a Pillsbury Doughboy. You get a little fucking jab in the side. I bet you'd squeak.
Oh yeah. You know it, brother.
No, I've become less ticklish over the years.
Mm.
Can I get an audience cheer?
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Gonna put that to the test someday.
I don't see. I want to like fight you boys, but I don't want to have a tickle contest with you boys.
Yeah, no, that's kind of
That's kind of.
that's you know.
Yeah, we all know.
I'm
We all
kind
know.
of not about that.
Yeah, no, it's very.
Oh, you'll
what's
you'll
the
get
word
it
I'm
too.
looking for?
What are you? Quite literally the tickle monster?
Oh, buddy, you know it.
If you are over the age of 20, you can
Actually, no, that's not true. I'm not the tickle monster, but I know the tickle monster. He exists. I've got a creepy uncle.
Is he still like actively?
And I got a witness.
Are you guys still actively getting tickled?
No.
Because like
That would be weird.
be a problem
Yeah.
for a lot of people. Damn, we went from PG to PG-13 real quick.
We can use our one fuck. Oh shit.
Oh man, boys, we fucked up. They're gonna cancel us.
Hey, you used another one. This is gonna be rated R now.
Jiminy Cricket.
Oh no.
Nuts and bolts.
Go even further. We'll get A+ rated.
Honestly, swears that like aren't swears are kind of funny. Like people that don't swear, so they have
My
to say
dad.
like, yeah, you know the people I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
Like so,
I'm trying to think of them because I've sworn for so long that I can't even remember my dad's fake ones. What'd you say? Barch. Fucking.
That's a good
Son
one.
of a Bismarck.
Son of a biscuit.
Oh,
Yep.
sugar.
Oh yep. Oh sugar.
Oh, twiddle sticks.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door. Obviously, I feel like that everyone says that one. Flabbergast. Just for like fuck, I guess.
See, like, I don't know.
Fudge.
I love swearing so
Yeah,
much.
fudge. Fudge is a better one.
Yeah, I've heard fudge too many times. For me, it's always been like, yeah, I could fucking try to find a different word for how I'm feeling, but it's usually just fuck, shit.
I used to censor myself in the, I think, 6th grade. Like I would just, instead of saying fuck, I would go fuck. Just to censor
Mumble it.
myself.
Yeah, I definitely had a filter up until about 8th grade where I was like, fuck this.
Nah,
I've
and I
had
just
enough. I'm gonna
shut
say
it the
whatever the
fuck
fuck
down.
I want.
Freedom of speech, baby.
Yeah, facts. And I just started and then like I remember like Zach and I just started fucking swearing all the time at each other, and we were like 10 and 13, and all the family would be like, "You guys swear like sailors." We'd be like, "Hey, fuck off." Eat shit. Fuck you.
Were you allowed to like swear in front of big family? Like
We-
big family events, like
So, we-
dinners and
We got we had gotten to a point where we were allowed to say damn, ass, bitch, and hell. All right, an ass. So that was a stacked lineup,
that's an all-star cast.
and we started using it like at dinners with family, and like we'd get, at that point my parents had given up on parenting anyway, so it's
Yeah.
like they just kind of accepted it at this point.
Yeah. It got slowly like introduced where it was just more and more okay. But my dad made like a rule. He called it the Williams rule, where like you can only swear within the house, but if you go out, if you go out in public, like there's no more swearing. And I followed that pretty well.
I could get away with an F-bomb. I said cunt one time and I got slapped across the fucking face. So like there were certain banned words that you just could not say.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
that was one of them.
And I'm sure it was your mom that has never hit you for any other reason, right?
Yeah, exactly. The only time I've ever been slapped or hit is when
Yep.
my mother slapped me for saying cunt.
Yep.
Yep.
And she's not a person that would ever imagine that she was ever going to have to hit her child for any reason whatsoever.
Exactly. If I was gonna hit my kids, I wouldn't slap them. I'd give them the beamer across the head. Like give yourself a VA type of deal. Or just like, I think thumping is an appropriate punishment.
Yep.
Or like a flick on the head.
A flick to the forehead.
Yeah, just a little thump.
Like, hey.
Is a pinch too far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not like a hard pinch, but like a pinch.
Well, then it's not like as effective, I guess. Like if you're gonna pinch, it's gotta
like a pinch, like not hard, but it's a pinch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the
but I don't know
at the
if that
same
gets the
force
message
that your
across.
flick would be.
Yeah, but the flick is more like of a message. It's just like, hey.
Yeah, it's a statement.
I just don't see the difference.
When you're
between
pinching, it's just like, hey,
yeah,
it's more gentle.
I mean, I feel like a pinch is the same kind of feeling you would get from like a shock.
We should open up a small gift shop called Flick and Pinch.
Teach your
What are
kids
we
right.
selling?
Exactly.
Daycare.
Flick and pinch. What do we sell?
Little novelties.
It's daycare.
Like, I don't know, ships in glass bottles, Rubik's Cubes, cologne. Take your pick.
Fair enough.
Take care of kids.
Why are you so obsessed with daycare?
Take care because it's flick and pinch. That's what it has to do with.
Should we just host our tournament of power with kindergartners? And
Make them fight each other?
Yeah, and just bet on kids.
Oh my God.
What do you think?
Kid boxing.
Yeah.
That sounds like it'll get us in trouble.
No, it's consensual.
Say it was a lawless world. How cool
Like
would
flag,
that be?
like a flag football league, but it's kid boxing.
Exactly. Builds character, keeps your kids occupied for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, but none of us are certified boxers or licensed boxers.
Yeah, but Nate's great with kids.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kids love Nate.
Just not corgis.
No, Nate fucks those.
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, Nate's got a bestiality thing going on. We don't
Yeah.
talk about him much, but Nate fucks dogs.
Yeah,
Just
like
strictly corgis.
Yeah.
They're easy to hold, I guess.
we don't really talk about the lemur and armadillo obsessions on this show, but yes.
I wouldn't call it an obsession.
I
more of a
can't believe you
hobby.
picked something with a shell.
No, it's just like grip and all that.
We're talking about grip.
And also, like, then you can be like, hey.
Where can you say hey? Where can you?
I really don't know if I like you sitting at my dinner table anymore.
This is where you eat?
Yeah.
What's that old saying? Don't eat where you podcast? Whose fault is that?
I have a small house.
You were literally fucking a lemur.
If you say so, Dad.
That's what you said.
Are you winning, son?
Your words, not mine.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, this guy likes to move it.
Listen, it was the first thing that popped into my mind.
You sicko. King Julian never asked for that, or were you fucking more?
Would we like to change our animals? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't.
we
do
shouldn't. I don't want to go back to that dark place.
Believe it or
That. We
not.
lost followers on that
Yeah, I was going to
episode.
say we had fun with bestiality, but apparently the public didn't. So that was a hard lesson we had to learn while like recording the show.
You live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. They tried to cancel us for the whole bestiality thing, but little do they know.
Can't kill us.
Yeah.
We're too small to kill.
You can't shame what's already ashamed of themselves.
Yeah,
We'd have to get famous before they killed us. And
Yeah, big
that
fan.
We're like
hasn't
a
happened
tick.
yet.
We're like a tick. You can like crush us, but we'll still be crawling afterwards.
We just
You gotta
keep-
burn us.
Yeah, it's a big
Flush us
fact.
down the toilet.
You know, but like punch us, stab us, poke us, we're still gonna come at you with the best fucking podcast show you've ever heard.
And we want your blood.
Please.
easy. We should do a blood drive.
A blood drive?
And they're like, who are you guys giving this blood to? And we're like, the troops.
I don't know if I can donate blood. I've gotten a tattoo in the last year.
It's 6 months.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
So can you donate blood?
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right,
hell
sweet.
yeah.
Let's do it.
We can get $1,000 for our first 3 plasma donations.
What?
Our plasma donations.
Where are you selling plasma?
That's where you can. CSL Center in Webster.
Why didn't you tell me about this earlier?
I figured you knew. We can literally sell our semen, our poop, our fucking plasma.
Where do I sell my plasma?
I saw the one for semen, and they were like, you have to be in college.
I literally have blood, poop, and sperm for the public, and
But you're
nobody-
not college educated.
Oh, so I don't have a degree.
So they won't take
Well,
your sperm.
you know how
What
when you
about
get
the
a degree,
blue collar people that built this country?
fuck 'em,
apparently don't accept it.
Well, you know how when you get a degree, all your sperm have grad caps on
yeah.
because you know how that changes.
Whatever profession you have,
Yeah.
they just have like the miniature tools with
Yep.
them.
Could you get us fake degrees?
We get so easily done. What do you guys want to be?
An engineer?
Done.
It doesn't even have to be fancy.
Yeah, have you
Just
guys ever seen the movie
Baseline.
Yeah,
Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah,
I know
actually,
about it.
it's a good
abo-
movie.
Tom Hanks and Leo.
Yeah. So Leo's like this kid who just keeps forging documents saying he's all these professions, and he just like works his way up from like a doctor to a lawyer to a pilot, and it's just like gets him into more and more of a mess. But
But he gets away.
yeah,
So I was thinking about this. That movie was made by Steven Spielberg. What's the best Steven Spielberg movie? Because pull up his fucking movies right
oh
now.
my god, that's a good question.
There's so many of them, and there's so many I didn't even realize he had anything to do with. But you look at this fucking list, he's like, damn, he's got a fucking track record.
I don't know, man.
So we got The Fablemans. I didn't see it, but it's a story that's based on Steven Spielberg.
Oh, interesting.
But whatever. The new West Side Story, Ready Player One, The Post, Big Fucking Giant, Bridge of Spies, Lincoln, War Horse, The Adventures of Tintin, all the Indiana Jones movies, Tom Cruise's War of the Worlds, Munich, Catch Me If You Can, Minority Report with Tom Cruise, Artificial Intelligence, Saving Private Ryan, Amistad, all the Jurassic Park movies and all the Jurassic World movies.
Terminal?
Yeah. Schindler's List. He did Hook. You love Hook.
That might be my pick.
He did E.T. He did the Twilight Zone movie. He did Jaws. Yep. He did Duel?
Yeah.
No way.
Huh.
Damn. You've seen Duel, haven't you?
I actually haven't. I just know about
I
it.
watched Duel at 3 a.m. at like 6 years old, and I was like, oh, so this is how they act in the real world?
Is this all of them?
I'll go down a little bit.
No, this is all of them.
Oh, well. Either way, that's a stacked list.
All right, so my answers are Saving Private Ryan, E.T., or Saving Private Ryan, Hook, and E.T. in that order.
Oh no, there's like so many.
All right, I'm just gonna say it here because I guess I'm comfortable with you guys, but I've never seen ET.
What?
That's
Yeah,
valid.
Rocky and
It's a
E.T.
it's a good one, but like it's if you never see it, you're not gonna miss anything.
Yeah, I've told it like there's a lot of movies that are like renowned that I've never seen.
I don't know, but E.T. is one of those movies where you think about it, where it came out at a time where, you know, the alien conversation was obviously like embedded into the nation at the time, but then they finally make a movie of what it would be like for one of these guys to come on down.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's exactly it.
I see. I like E.T. because that movie makes me think about my childhood Halloween time because I always watch that movie at Halloween.
Yeah.
But also, I like E.T. I'm just like a really big movie buff in general. That's something I get from my dad, and I love everything about movies. So, like, the amount of technology they had to improvise and create to make this movie is astounding. And they took a lot of it from the studio they had to build for Star Wars. There's a really good documentary on Star Wars, like the creation of Star Wars on Disney Plus. And they had to like make a whole nother company just to make the technology to build the first sets for the Star Wars movies and shit. And like Star Wars changed the film industry with the stuff they could do with animation, and the early forms of CGI and all that fucking film technology. And
All the puppets, right?
yeah, and they used a lot of
Yeah.
it in E.T., and it was just really cool.
Yeah, because I mean, Yoda's a puppet.
Yep.
He was made by Jim Henson, who
Yes,
did
he
the
was.
Muppets. Crazy fact. And it's just like, especially when you think Jurassic Park
So
is
is
another.
Yoda a Muppet?
Technically, yeah. Jurassic Park's another good example of that. Like, it's early 90s or whenever, and like you have fucking. Like, I saw a video on it, and they used like guitar strings on water to like mimic the vibrations from the dinosaurs or something, or one of the sound effects. It was really cool. And then I know Jaws, that what they used an animatronic shark named Brucey who malfunctioned all the fucking time.
What?
Yet they kept him for 3 movies.
3 movies?
Yeah, he's like there's like Jaws 2, Jaws 3 and shit, and they used Brucey for like all of them. He was just this fucking animatronic shark that always just was bugging and glitching.
Oh,
I have
never
a
knew that.
picture of my head in his mouth at Universal Studios in California.
That's epic.
Oh, you were alive at a time with Oh, but that was your first time going to Universal. Was the most recent kind of years?
I'm not following what you're saying.
Like, when was the first time you've been down there?
To which one? I've been to both.
Universal.
I've been to both. There's one in
I don't-
California and there's one in Florida. So which time are you talking about?
The one with the Jaws.
That was when I was little, when I lived in California. So that I was like 10 or 11,
All right.
maybe younger.
What I'm getting to though is like, did you get to experience the Back to the Future ride?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was crazy. The House of Horror is the coolest thing there. I hope it's still there because they have a whole scare. Like, you know how you can, during Halloween time, you can go do like a scare trail? Year round, they have the House of Horror, which is a scare trail, and it's all of the horror movie characters in like one trail, and they have actors walking around that'll like come up and touch you and shit and like scare you, and there's a whole Chucky room, and like it's a crazy attraction.
Damn.
And Shrek walks
Entertaining.
And and
Is he in the horror house?
yeah,
This is my horror house.
Farquaad is.
Naturally.
I'm just kidding. But no, it was really cool. The coolest place I've ever been to is Legoland.
Bro.
I've always wanted to go.
always wanted to go to
It's
Legoland.
fucking crazy.
How'd you guys feel about, did you ever go to the Lego store when you were a kid?
Which, like, just a regular
Just
Lego?
like any Lego
yeah,
store.
uh-huh.
And so like you
I've
know
been
the
to one.
experience.
Yeah.
Where like they have every set and it's
Mhm.
just built on display. You
Yep.
can look at it, but then they have the fucking brick area where you can make a grab bag of fucking Legos, and they
Yep.
charge
So
you
cool.
by the pound.
Yep, like a candy store.
Dude.
Best idea they ever had.
Dude, seriously, because like the amount of mismatched Legos I had, because I built a lot of sets, but I also used to buy a lot of like lots of Legos at yard sales
Yeah.
and shit, so I'd have more to build with.
They have a bin now where you can just like create your own characters.
Yeah. They have so much. I
in,
love Legos.
In 2000, what do you think a pound of cost more, gold or Legos?
I think gold, but nowadays, if you would ask me that question, I'd tell you Legos. Like truthfully,
No, I know.
Because like they were affordable back in the
Yeah,
day.
no, I know.
Legos are very
Let's go.
expensive now.
Yep. No, I want to rotate it back to the how Yoda is a Muppet.
Yep.
Real quick, 2 things. If Yoda's a Muppet, does that mean Kermit is a Jedi?
Yes.
And how long before Disney makes a Muppet version of Star Wars?
Oh,
I feel like it already exists.
It doesn't.
But it's one of those Mandela effect things where it's not real, but
didn't
everybody
they go to
knows about it.
space?
Yeah, they went to space.
Yeah, the Muppets did go to space.
But that's just Gonzo's origin story. They don't even go to space. Space comes to them.
I don't know. It's all fucking interconnected, and Disney can do whatever the fuck they want with it. And they're probably gonna make a fucking Muppet Star Wars.
Eventually, right?
But that's Miss Piggy with Luke.
Yeah, that's just like a special from when Star Wars was popular and the Muppets had a weekly TV show.
So it like technically does exist. See, there's Kermit. crossing sabers
yes.
with Gonzo.
Yeah,
And Miss Piggy is Princess Leia,
yes,
as you can see here.
Yeah, I see that.
And like clearly, if you look at this one, this is a poster for one of the newer movies. So people are still like fantasizing about Muppets and Star Wars.
The Pork Awakens.
Oh, I see. You see what's going on here, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
I hope it's just a meme.
I don't know.
I think it's just a meme. That looks like fan.
Yeah,
drawn.
that's fan art. But my point is that people are still fantasizing about this.
Yeah, well, I don't like it.
Who does?
How many years do you want to bet?
Give it 2. That's sure we've talked about it now. So now that's their next project.
Yeah, they're working on it right
I'm
now.
hoping at least 5.
Well, so you know how like there's that power level ranking meme going around, and like everybody ranks Shaggy as the highest.
Yep.
Kermit's definitely up there.
Yeah, that's fair.
How can he not be?
Who's
Yeah.
the most powerful character who you wouldn't suspect? Like a person who doesn't emit power?
In all of fandom,
Cartoons. Yeah. Just like, I guess animated.
it's, oh boy. What about Roger Rabbit?
He's got a lot of
Extremely
Bugs
powerful.
Bunny.
Oh, yep.
Bugs Bunny might, like, there's got to be a council, right? Who's on the council of the, because it's got to be like the Justice League of cartoon characters, you know?
Oh my God.
So Bugs Bunny's on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Mickey Mouse is there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to be probably SpongeBob.
Yeah.
The
he deserves-
Bob.
Because the Bob represents Nickelodeon as a
Yeah,
whole.
no, you're right.
Water blasting. Patrick deserves to be up there with him.
No.
Like he's like, when you think of SpongeBob, you got to think of Patrick.
When I think of
you could
SpongeBob characters that are radiate power, though, Larry the Lobster comes to mind.
Oh, but I feel like he's a pussy.
He's
in
got the
real
biggest
life.
dick in
I feel
Bikini
like
Bottom.
if that's the case, then Tom and Jerry have to be there to represent the old cartoons.
Yeah. I think Tom and Jerry would be there
That's
because they just
valid.
pull shit out of their asses. Literally.
I fucking love Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
I miss cartoons where they're just beating the fuck out of each
Have
other.
you guys ever seen the Tom and Jerry movie where they talk?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Is
get
it
to
the
see
is
that.
it the one from 2006?
No.
There was an animated
It's the one from like the 90s.
It might be.
Weren't
from the
they
90s.
pirates?
Nate, can you pull it up?
They were pirates, right?
It was about a little girl ran away
Yes,
from.
yes.
Was
yes.
it from 2006?
It might be from the 90s. It might be from 2006, but that's the exact fucking one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and
alright.
Nate, there also is a Tom and Jerry Pirates one where the pirates talk, but Tom and Jerry don't talk.
Oh.
But look up the movies anyway. But it's this one, and the girl's like an orphan, right?
yeah.
and she-
yeah, and she's like living with her aunt or whatever.
Yep. And her aunt's like evil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tom and Jerry the movie,
1992. Oh.
that seems right. Or 2000. All right, Tom and Jerry and the Magic Ring. I remember that one too. And Blast Off to Mars. And The Fast and the Furry. Oh, and Shiver Me Whiskers is the pirate one. I forgot there was a Nutcracker one too.
Oh, they made a Wizard of Oz.
Was the magic ring the one we're talking about?
No, we're talking
The
about
magic ring is the one where Jerry wears a ring on his
Yeah, I
head.
believe we're talking about this one,
Yeah,
Tom and
so
Jerry
yeah,
the
the
movie.
92.
So click on it. Yep. I don't know. Can you zoom in
yep.
on that picture?
That's the one.
That's the one. That's the that's
Yep.
the one. That's the little girl.
yeah.
That's
What the fuck was her name? It'll tell us right here.
That's a good fucking question. Tom's owners move to a new house, but he is distracted by his pursuit of Jerry and is left behind by the moving van. Tom chases the van, but is attacked by a bulldog and forced to hide in the empty house. The next morning, the house is demolished, leaving Tom and Jerry homeless and wandering the streets until they meet a stray dog
Robin.
named Pugsy.
Her name's
Yeah,
Robin.
it's Robin.
Fucking love this shit. You get the point.
Fuck, I was reading so fast to get ahead of him.
It's fucking Robin. All right. It's Robin, and we all love that movie. It really was. That movie almost made me cry.
That was a good one.
What happens? I don't remember this one.
Because you've probably never seen it. It's from 92. This movie is
Yeah, but
older
they
than you
don't-
are.
It's about Tom and Jerry kind of putting aside their differences to help this orphan girl out.
Yep. Literally.
So,
But don't they both get kicked out of the house
yeah,
too?
in their pursuit of chasing each other, they end up having to work as a team.
Yeah, they're like 3 orphans helping each other out. Basically, is the
Yeah.
plot. It's
Heartwarming. Just no other word for it.
Oh, they must have not like reran this a lot. We're in an hour 13.
all right.
I fucking love it here. You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
And I think we should start a podcast.
Dude, you got to do it every time, don't you?
Every fucking time.
I hate you,
it's still
man.
funny.
Yeah.
It's still funny. It's gonna still be funny to you. That's just your sense of humor. It'll be funny till we're dead.
I see, like, I like bad jokes.
I know.
See, like, I tell a lot of jokes that I don't think are funny, but other people laugh. So I'm like, yeah, whatever.
No,
But, like,
I get that.
Stinking up a room.
yeah, exactly.
See, I really think fart jokes are funny, so like I get it.
Same. I like potty humor, but I
Yeah,
also
dude, it's
I like dad jokes a lot.
Dad jokes
Poo-poo,
are
pee-pee,
funny.
ha.
Come on, poo-poo's funny. So you laughed.
Yeah, I gave a chuckle.
I don't know. I say shit all the time because shit's shit, but like poop's different.
Yeah, poo.
It's like, I don't know. I shit. I don't poop.
Well, you say you pooping. It's just a little bit funny.
It's just a little bit funnier. Everybody shits. Who poops nowadays?
Girls still don't poop. I don't care what anyone says. I've lived
that's
with a girl
impossible.
for a year now, and she doesn't poop.
They don't
so-
fart. They don't belch.
Nope.
They don't shit. It's really weird, actually. Or they do, and they just hide it. And
I
They
don't
just
get
sweat
it.
out the food.
How do they
Yeah.
bleed for a whole week and not die?
That's all the food.
dude, yeah, periods are fucked to think about. Menstrual, I would not want to deal with that. I'm good.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like, we all have those fantasies. Yeah, if I was a girl for a day, play with my tits all day, whatever. But it's like, I don't want to bleed out of my pussy.
You know how the
wanna
argument
do it.
you know how the argument for abortion with like the pro-choice people is like it's not a baby till it's born because like it's just a fetus until it's born, until the umbilical cord's cut.
course.
But like I made a conscious decision to become a boy while I was that fetus because I didn't want to bleed out of my vagina once a week.
Womb thoughts.
So like who
You
are
remember
they?
that decision?
Who are they?
Yeah, was that your first conscious decision?
It
in the
has to
womb?
be, right?
Must be man.
Right? I wanted a better chance at life.
I don't know. If you're a girl, you got a pretty easy route. You just gotta like work on your looks.
Yeah, but I was all about that power, baby, and success.
But I don't know. The girls got the power right now, kinda. In one industry, like in terms of making easy money,
I mean, all I know is I can't
Chicks
start
got
an
porn,
OnlyFans.
we got podcasts.
Yeah, that's a fact. See, like, that's the thing. Men have to be rich, funny, good looking. Like, women just need to be good looking. They can ride a wave.
Yeah.
And they're like, we want equal rights. And they're like, all right, see you on the oil rig. And they're like, we don't want equal rights anymore.
Have fun signing up for the draft.
Speaking of that, so the Air Force General predicts war with China in 2023, 2024, 2025, anyway,
It's
the next
gonna
2 or 3
happen.
years. And obviously, we're at a point in American history where the enlistment rate of young men is at its lowest that it's ever been.
So we're not going to Ukraine, but we're going to China.
So it's like there's going to be a draft.
So like, we going to China, boys?
And I see 3 healthy young men sitting around me that
I
are
don't know.
ready to die for a
I
government.
think I walk into the office and they're just like, all right, just go.
If that's
Because it's going to get to a point where it's like, well, we can't pick people based on like how physically fit they are because we just don't have people
we
to
make-
fight this war.
Can we make a pact on this podcast that if we do go to war with China and they like rumors of a draft actually come about, we just all agree to go enlist together so that we get fucking sent to boot camp together? Because you can do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those. You can't fire me. I quit. You can't draft me. I'm enlisting.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather go pick the branch I want to fucking fight for than
That's a fact. And,
get
like,
drafted. That's what Mr. Riley did. My fucking English
yeah.
teacher. He got drafted for Vietnam. He got drafted to be a fucking army. Or no, he got drafted to be a fucking he got drafted for the army, and was like, "Fuck that! All those boys are gonna fucking die." So he ran over to the closest fucking Navy recruiter and joined the fucking aviation branch of the Marine Corps so that he was like away from the
Yeah.
fighting, but working on planes.
And that's the
And
thing.
he still took a bullet.
in the ass
Yeah,
too.
he told a good story.
If you get drafted, you're probably dying. But it's like if you even choose to go to the military, you get to pick where you want to fucking suffer.
If I was drafted, I'd enlist at that point. I wouldn't even.
Right.
I don't want the government telling me to do something.
So packed right here on this podcast, episode 11, that if we go to war with China and there's word of a draft, we'll just all go enlist together.
Only if I get drafted.
well, we're all thinking the same branch, right?
Yep.
I'm sure because we
I
never have differing opinions.
On
and we're
three,
all
ready?
On three, ready. It'll take the struggle right out of it. And let's just fucking say it. 1, 2, 3,
Navy.
Navy. I see.
Oh,
We have an issue.
Well, no, you and I technically said the same branch. You just want to go special forces route.
Yeah.
If we're going to go special forces route, I want to go ranger school.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
damn boys.
Superior mountain warriors, buddy. Come on, we both love the mountains.
Yeah.
Think about all the hikes we could go on.
Yeah. You'd be doing a lot of rucking.
Yeah.
That's for damn
And you know
sure.
who would come with us?
Oh, the Ruck King himself.
Captain Alabama.
Yeah, master of rucks. No rucks given.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. Can't wait till he moves back to Mass.
I can't wait. I
It's
hope it's before the
incoming.
war with China.
No big facts. I want him on my
That's
side.
big facts.
打开韩中国，现在我有
Dude, literally. Like, if I was like, hey, U.S. Army, I want to build a squad of guys that are going to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Versus, like, random people,
Yep.
you know?
Well, because like in the 60s and 70s, it was the trees speak Vietnamese. So what's it gonna be with China? The sidewalks speak Mandarin? Like what's it gonna be?
Yeah, where are we fighting? Is it going to be on Taiwan soil? Is
It's
it going to be
gonna-
over the ocean?
We're going to turn
I
in-
mean, Japan's already gearing up for this war, and there's like massive news that Japan has almost tripled the size of its navy and army in the last year. So,
turn off your phones, turn out your pockets.
because when you think about it, Japan wants to be on our side in this war. That's like a big fact. It's a common knowledge that Japan and the US are friends on this fucking, because Japan's going to get eaten up by China if they're not friends with America.
Yeah.
And Japan is the first line of defense because they're coming across the Pacific.
You know, it's like, and another problem that we're facing too is that as soon as the vaccine gets activated, the Chinese are going to have control over a lot of the U.S. population.
See, in normal, like, war history with the wars we've fought in as the Americans, it was always a safe bet to join the Navy because, like, you were going to be on your battleship supporting the troops getting onto European soil to go fight the Germans, or you were going to help the Marines get onto the Japanese islands. In this war with China, there's going to be a lot of fucking dogfights and fucking ship battles in that fucking Pacific Ocean, baby.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
going to be a lot of drone fights.
And those Navy boys are going to have to start pulling their weight.
Like, you're literally going to be fighting China with a fucking Xbox controller.
Shout out to the service members. Thank you for your service.
I think they're going to reach out to gamers and be like, look, the
drones.
warfare is now
Yeah.
drones.
Black Ops 2 is just like looking more real and real.
well,
Yeah.
in that case, too, we're still fucked because who has the best gamers in the world? Yeah.
We're taking a lot of L's.
Yep. Noah, you got to start pulling your weight around here.
Hey, you're doing great. We have our live audience member with us. Shout
Yep.
out to our boy Noah. We fucking love him. Future guest. Future star.
guest.
We fucking love this kid. Can't say enough good things about
little
this kid.
little nervous tonight, but he's here for the ride, here for the chill, seeing how it all works.
He's getting a feel for it because he's one of our replacements, but we're not going to tell you who.
Yep. Nate's firing one of us by the end of the month.
I don't make that decision.
Well, he's going to look at the performance reports.
Yep.
And
Oh, wait, you already got your eval?
I haven't got my eval yet.
Okay, cool.
I've been nervous as fuck.
Yo, do you want
about
to
the
study with
eval.
me this weekend?
Yeah, we can study. Cool. We're still going to fail. We're going to fail hard. I know.
And now for the easiest part of a coach's job.
Dude, he's
The
been
cutting.
He's been recruiting people. and he's taking applications.
I know.
And like the reason why he's not working right now is because he's interviewing potential co-hosts.
Replacement. Yeah, I get it.
I
Yeah,
know
and these
that
guys are
grow this bread.
chatterboxes.
I know.
my time is short here.
Buddy,
I know.
It's not you, it's me.
No, nobody.
I don't do anything extra for this podcast other than host it.
The extra stuff I do is wrong, and it's fucked because I'm getting cut.
Buddy, but if you get cut, that means I have to do the fonts, and he won't let me do that, and he doesn't want to do it, and he won't let the new guy do it.
I'm gonna lose my benefits. I have kids to feed.
I know.
Yeah, your health insurance is getting shut off.
My
Tonight.
family relies on me, and I'm gonna let them down.
Oh man, on that note, we should probably wrap this up because some of us have to fucking go shut our lights off so that we don't have to pay an arm and a leg next month for our power bill.
But hey, we fucking love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back next week. This was the fucking Brothers podcast.
Yes,
you
it
for
was
watching.
for now anyway, until the name changes. Maybe.
Love you lots.
Maybe.
Love you, love you, love
See you
you.
later.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Thanks for
Good
tuning
night.
in.
All right. Cut it.
Good night.
Cut it. Cut it. Bye.